What if I told you that right now, as you're sitting here watching this, there are actual humans floating in complete darkness 250 miles above your head, with no up, no down, and no idea which way their body is supposed to face? They're trying to sleep. And the way they do it will make you question everything you think you know about rest, the human body, and what we're actually capable of. The International Space Station orbits Earth at 17,500 miles per hour. It completes a full lap around the entire planet every 90 minutes. Now think about what that means. Your body uses sunlight to know when to sleep and when to wake up. It's called your circadian rhythm. It's been calibrated by millions of years of evolution. And in space, that rhythm gets completely destroyed. Because on the ISS, astronauts witness 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every single day. Sun up, sun down, 45 minutes later, sun up again. So how on Earth, or rather, how off Earth, do they sleep at all? Here's where it gets strange. In microgravity, your body has no weight, which means the moment you close your eyes, your brain gets deeply confused. There's no pressure on your back from a mattress, no feeling of lying down, no sense of ground beneath you. And your arms, they just float up in front of you, like a zombie, while you're asleep. You're not controlling them. Gravity isn't pulling them down. They just drift forward. But here's the real problem. Your brain is evolutionarily wired to panic when it feels like you're falling, and floating in zero gravity feels exactly like falling. So even while you're unconscious, your brain keeps partially waking you up just to check if you're still alive. The result? Most astronauts on the ISS only get 6 hours of sleep a night, even when they're scheduled for 8. Sleep deprivation in space is one of the biggest unsolved problems in long-duration missions. But it gets even weirder. Astronauts don't sleep in beds. They sleep in small, personal sleep stations. Imagine a padded closet, just big enough for one person. They zip themselves into a sleeping bag that is attached directly to the wall. Yes, they sleep standing up, stuck to a wall, floating. But here is the part that sounds like pure science fiction. If an astronaut sleeps in an open area of the station without proper airflow, they can suffocate on their own breath. Let me say that again. They can suffocate on their own breath while sleeping. In microgravity, the carbon dioxide you exhale doesn't rise, it doesn't sink, it just floats in a cloud right around your face. And without a fan moving the air, you slowly start rebreathing your own carbon dioxide and you wake up with a splitting headache, or you don't wake up at all. So every single sleep pod on the International Space Station has a ventilation system running constantly. Astronauts literally sleep inside a gentle wind just to stay alive. And somehow, that's still not the strangest part. Your brain uses gravity to orient itself during sleep. Certain phases of deep sleep, the ones responsible for memory, physical recovery, and mental restoration, are affected by the absence of gravity in ways science is still trying to fully understand. But here's what astronauts actually report. More vivid dreams in space, far more vivid. Some describe dreaming of Earth almost every night, the smell of grass, the sound of rain, the feeling of wind on their face. The brain, completely cut off from its normal sensory environment, starts reconstructing it at night. And the most disorienting experience of all? Waking up. Astronauts describe waking in total darkness and genuinely not knowing which direction they're facing. In a room with no gravity, there is no floor, there is no ceiling. Up and down are human inventions that space simply doesn't recognize. Some astronauts report those first few seconds after waking, floating in total darkness, completely disoriented, as one of the most psychologically unsettling experiences of the entire mission. Imagine waking up every single morning not knowing which way is down. And yet, they adapt. NASA has protocols, strict sleep schedules enforced by mission control, melatonin supplements, blue light blocking before sleep cycles, specially designed ventilation systems, and a level of discipline around rest that most people on Earth will never develop. Because here's what the space program figured out a long time ago. A tired astronaut makes mistakes, and in space, mistakes kill you. So they treat sleep not as a luxury, not as something that happens when the work is done, but as a performance variable. as critical as food, as non-negotiable as oxygen, something to be managed, optimized, and protected every single night. Which raises a question worth sitting with long after this video ends. If the most disciplined, high-performing humans on the planet treat sleep as a critical system, what does that say about how the rest of us treat it? Space doesn't give you the option of being undisciplined. Everything up there, every system, every habit, every hour of sleep has to be intentional, or it fails. Maybe the most important lesson from 250 miles above the Earth is this: the environment doesn't care about your excuses, only your systems survive. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe, because every week on this channel, we explore the stories and the systems behind extraordinary performance. And if you want to see how that same discipline applies to building wealth right here on Earth, that's exactly what this channel is about. See you in the next one.